Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me talking to you guys about the makeup that I use every single day on a day-to-day basis, things that I know and love. In this video, I'm just going to show you guys from beginning to end what I use. I'm not applying it in this video. That would be in my next video, me showing you guys the makeup in action. Today's video is strictly going to be products I use, brushes, tools, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I'm gonna start off just by telling you guys a little bit about my skin. I am on the oily side. I have sensitive skin, so that's kind of what I work with as far as what's good for my skin. I use things that help for oiliness, and I use things that are good for sensitive skin. So I just wanted to put that out there before I start showing you guys everything. I'm gonna kind of go in the order of the things that I use, starting with what I use first and what is the last thing I use. And so yeah, let me just go ahead and start showing you guys. I'm gonna start off with what I use as a moisturizer, and it's this one right here. This is the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. It's oil free and it's perfect for sensitive skin. This I use all over my entire face. I don't just focus on the T-zone with this. I use all over my face, and it helps. It really helps for my oiliness. I used to do my makeup, and before the end of the day, towards the middle of the day, I'd be oily and it was just an oily mess. Ever since I started using this has changed my whole makeup life. So I highly recommend it. After I use this, I use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. Now this one I just apply in my T-zone. I do obviously my nose here, and then I do my forehead and a little bit on my chin. This helps to mattify, fill your pores, and it looks flawless. It makes your face look airbrushed. So these two combo together is perfect. If you're oily, these will be your absolute best friends. Dropping everything. After that, I just go straight into my foundation, and I use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. This is a full coverage matte foundation. Now with this foundation, you either love it or you hate it. I've heard when I worked at MAC, it was kind of a back and forth thing. People would say like, oh, it's too heavy, oh, it breaks me out, it oxidizes, things like that. It does oxidize. So with that being said, I always go a few shades lighter, because oxidizing is, once it gets on your skin, it is going to turn just a little bit darker once it soaks into your skin with your oils and all that stuff. So I just get a shade a little bit lighter, and it's perfect. I don't have too much of a problem on my skin, but if I'm going to be wearing foundation, I'm going to wear a full coverage foundation, because to me, that's what looks the best in my opinion. So when I'm wearing foundation, it's always this one. I've tried other foundations before. I go back and forth, and I always come back to this one because it's my absolute favorite. So when you do see my makeup videos, a lot of times I am using this. I do have other ones that I plan on trying to use, and I will film that, but for the most part, when you see me, I'm wearing this. After the foundation, I go in with my cream contour. I've been using now this stick. It's a cream contour by Pure, and I use it in medium dark. It just looks like this, and it is a stick form. I used to use some that came in a little pot, and you would kind of stick your brush in there, but I noticed that I was running out like super fast, so I kind of just stopped with that one, and I tried this one out, and I've been obsessed ever since. I've had this for a while now. It lasts a really long time. It's like butter. It melts into your skin. It's so blendable, and it doesn't give me any like, I don't look orange or anything like that. It's just like the perfect color. And like I said, it's like butter. The thing that I love the most about cream contouring is if you are able to blend it easily. I hate when I have to do like one line, blend it, another line, blend it. Like this, I go hit all my places on my face, and then I can blend it in afterwards without it drying and having like spotting all over. So this is again by Pure in the shade Medium Deep. After I do that, I will jump into my under eyes, and as a mom of a toddler, teething toddler at that, she keeps me up a good amount of times, and she wakes up a lot during the night, so I've been up quite a bit. I do get really dark circles under my eyes. So with that being said, I have been using the Becca under eye brightening corrector in light to medium. It just looks like this. It comes in a little pot and it is this pinkish color. So what I do with this is I apply it underneath my eyes, just here in this area right here. Right is where I apply it. Blend it out just with my finger. I don't use a tool, beauty blender or anything. I just use my finger, blend it out, and then after I'm done with that, it kind of just, it like lightens up your darks. I mean, obviously they're not going to be completely gone, but it does lighten them up, and then it's brightening. So what it does is when the light hits your face, it's going to reflect off and you're going to look much brighter, much more awake. And I've been using this for a while, and now I cannot go without this in my routine, especially because them dark circles. This is a life changer. After that, I kind of been going back and forth with two different concealers. I use the Tarte Shape Tape and the Born This Way by Too Faced concealer. They look like this. I'm sure you've seen these everywhere. So I rotate between the both of these. It just depends. I will have to say, if you absolutely want to know my favorite, I would still have to say it's Shape Tape, because of the fact that it's a little bit heavier, but you can't tell that it's heavy. That's what I love. I don't like a heavy cakey concealer under my eyes, and Shape Tape is that. This one is much lighter as far as coverage goes, but it still gives you enough coverage. They're both very blendable. They're both very creamy. This one obviously is much bigger, so you do get a lot more product for your money compared to the little Shape Tape, but they still give you a good amount. They both have the big doe foot applicators inside for you to apply your concealer with, which is another thing I love. So yeah, I rotate between the both of these. Depending, maybe if it's like a special occasion, I will use Shape Tape first and then go in with a little bit of Born This Way just here in the middle and mix them together, and it's perfect. So these are my everyday concealers. Once I conceal, I will go in after that with some powder, some kind of translucent powder, some kind of powder that you can put on your face to set that in so you don't have any creasing. I use the Ben Nye banana powder. That one is my favorite. I've used it for so long. I love that it has the yellow tint, something that's not so white and powdery. The yellow tint is what does it for me. I've tried translucent, that is just like a white color, and for me that doesn't do anything for me. I like that the yellow powder gives you a little bit of color and it helps to cover up the dark circles, plus it does make it a lot brighter in my opinion. So for me, I've always used Ben Nye banana powder. I don't have the bottle on me, but I usually put mine in this little case here because it makes it easier for me to dip in and it's not spilling all over the place. So that's what I use for that. Once I go in and have that, I kind of bake for a little bit. I'll go in with for my eyebrows, and I use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and I use the color Soft Brown. I'll go in, do my eyebrows with that. Another thing, this is a staple that I've been using for years. I do go back and forth with my colors, obviously depending on what my hair color is. So right now my color has just been Soft Brown. You just gotta be a little light-handed with it because it is a pomade, so it's easy for it to come off looking dark or like angry brows. So as long as you have this, use a spoolie, you should be set. Which once I show you guys all the makeup, I will show you guys the tools that I do use. So after my eyebrows, now I'm going to go in with my eyeshadows, and I have these two palettes that I've kind of been going back and forth with. These are my favorites right now. I'll use them either together or separate. This one is just the Kylie pressed powder palette, and this is just looks like this. Mine's a little beat up inside and a little bit, I've hit pan on a couple because it's my favorite. As you can see, these two colors here are the most loved. But yeah, this is what I reach for every single day if I'm just doing like a simple look. Then after that, the palette I will use is the ColourPop palette, and this is the Nude Mood. Usually all my palettes are more on the neutral side because that's just something you can rock every single day. This one also is pretty loved. I do have a problem with this one here as it's baked, so it falls out of the pan, and I just kind of push it I'll just kind of push it back in so it stays in there. But these here are such beautiful colors that you can use every single day. And this is kind of the two palettes that I go back and forth with every single day. After that, I'll brush off my baking, my banana powder. I will just brush it right off. And then I will go into an all over face powder, which for me, I've been using the MAC Studio Fix. I've used this, other staple in my makeup collection. I use this for years and years and years, and it is just a setting powder for all over my face. I will set this for this. I will set my entire face all over with this. It is a full coverage powder foundation, which I love. It gives you that airbrushed finish. Like I said, I'm a full coverage kind of girl, so this is my best friend. This is what I use. It never lets me down. And yes, my color I use is an NC40, and I will just use the pad that comes with it, or if I don't, then I'll just use a big fluffy brush and I'll set my entire face with that. Once I'm finished setting my face, I will go into actual powder contour now, which for me, I use the Hoola bronzer. Mine is very loved, so you can tell it's pretty beat up. I've hit pan in there. But this, I will go and set everywhere that I cream contoured. I will powder contour with this, and just that's what's gonna set in your cream contour and make it last so much longer. I've realized when I do use a cream contour that my makeup lasts a lot longer. It doesn't get patchy. It doesn't, from like leaning on your face or anything like that, it doesn't leave you any marks or anything. So I do love a cream contour, and then of course setting it with powder is perfect. So Hoola bronzer is what I use to contour. Then I'll go in with my blush. I use MAC Gingerly. This is also a blush that you can get away with using every single day. It's the perfect everyday color. It gives you that perfect tan, sun-kissed look, which is something that's my favorite. So that's what I use. And this is, like, I don't know if I said, but this is the color Gingerly. And I'll just, obviously for me, I just put blush right over where I contoured. I don't smile and do like the apples on my cheeks because I have big cheeks, so I don't want to emphasize that. So yeah, I'll just go in right over that spot, hit them, that's it. After I have done that, I'm pretty much done with my face as far as powders and all that go. So after that, I usually like to go in and after all the powders are done on my face, that's when I will go in and set my eyebrows, because I don't like to set them and then later on I have all this powder in my brows and then I catch myself having to clean them up and all that stuff. So I just wait till I'm completely done with powders and anything else I'm going to add onto my face, and I'll set my eyebrows. I just use the Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia, and I've noticed that using a clear one makes a big difference compared to using a colored one, because I used to use this colored one here by MAC and it would lighten up my brows and it would just change the whole color of my brows, which I did not like that anymore. So I did try a clear, and since I've tried it, I have not come back. So Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. After that, I'm done with my makeup. Before I move on to anything else, I'm going to take a setting spray. I swear by the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I cannot tell you enough good things about this. I cannot live without this. Once I feel that it's at a certain, you know, amount, I'm already ordering me another one, because this, I cannot live without it. First of all, it's going to make your makeup last all night, like it says, and then it also helps as far as taking away that powdery look once you finished your makeup that you can tell. So this is going to help seep all the makeup into your face and make you look more natural, make it look more airbrushed, and I can't live without it. I use it all the time. I use it on every single one of my clients when I do makeup. This is like something that I will never ever go without. And this isn't a makeup product, it's just a tool that I've picked up that I now love. It's just a little small hand fan. After I spray my face, I will go in and dry it because it saves so much time. So I'll dry my face with the fan, and as I'm doing that, I'm prepping my eyelashes so that way they're drying as because you don't like to put lashes on right after you've put on the glue. So I'll have them drying, and then I'll be drying my face. As that's all going on, I will do my eye makeup, and I use the e.l.f. liquid liner, and I think it's just jet black. I'll use this for my wing liner. Wing It Out. It's so black, it lasts all day. It's not waterproof, but you would think it is. It lasts all day. It's only $3. So this also is another staple in my makeup that I love. After that, I'll do my eyeliner, which this is from MAC, and it's just the Smolder Eye Kohl crayon. Just looks like this. A lot of my makeup is from MAC. I did used to work for MAC. I am a licensed cosmetologist, so I do get a discount on a lot of my makeup from there. So not only is that a plus, but I do love the makeup. So a lot of this stuff is MAC. But yeah, so the Eye Kohl, this is my favorite. I have very sensitive eyes. This has been the only eyeliner that I can use in my eyes that doesn't make my eyes water, and it still lasts. Then I just go into my mascara. Nothing special here. I just use the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express. Give my lashes a quick coat, top and bottom. By that time, my lashes, my false lashes, should be already dry, and I'm ready to about pop them on. And the lashes that I use are the Ardell Double Ups 203. They look very dramatic, and they probably are, but hey, I love a dramatic lash. So those are also my everyday lash. I do have them on. So if you could tell, like, they are pretty dramatic, but they don't look like, hey, it's a Monday, why are you wearing those lashes? In my opinion anyways. And if they did, who cares? I'm gonna rock them anyways. But those are my favorite lashes. I use those all the time. I usually find them at Sally's, maybe Walgreens, or if not, I order like a bulk off of Amazon. And those are the lashes. After my lashes, I'm pretty much finished. I'll go in and give myself a highlight. Lately I've been reusing this again. This is the Becca Champagne Pop, right? Yeah, Champagne Pop highlighter. This has been a new favorite. I've been liking like a subtle highlight lately. It just looks like this. So I've kind of been coming back onto this one, and I just highlight the tops of my cheekbones and like the inner corner of my eyes, just to give me that little bit of pop. Makes you look more awake. I'll use that. Then my last step is I go in with my lips, and I use the Kylie lip kits here, and it's just the lip liner and the lipstick, and it's just in the shade Kylie. This is my everyday lip. Anytime you see me, special occasion, every day, whatever the case may be, I'm always wearing Kylie lip kit in Kylie. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the makeup that I use. I'm gonna just show you guys quickly the tools that I use for my face, and after that we should be done. So I do use for my face, for foundation and all that stuff, is a beauty blender. Absolute favorite. It's gonna make you look airbrush. It's gonna give you the best application in my opinion. I've used a brush. I don't like the streaks. I don't like having to go back over it with the beauty blender. It's double work in my opinion. So to me, the beauty blender is my absolute favorite, and I use that every single day. For my eyebrows, I use the Morphe M158. It looks like this. It has the brush up top and the spoolie on the end, and it's really good. And then you get both in one. For my contour brush, I use the Morphe M437. Just looks like this. Little dense head. For my blush brush, I use the Sigma large angled contour. It's the F40. It's angled, but I love it for my blush. And then what I use to kind of swipe off my baking and anywhere else like this is also from Morphe, the M438. Just looks like this. It's tapered. It needs to be clean. Don't judge me. And then for my eyeshadow, I'll use the Morphe M433. It just looks like this. So it's kind of skinny up top and then and flat. That's what I use for my my eyeshadows. And then to put on my eyelashes, I have to use this tool. It's just a little MAC eyelash applicator. It looks like this, and this is your best friend to get them lashes in good on them corners, especially right now because quarantine life got me with no nails. Ugh, I'm so ashamed. So yeah, this is great for that. Alright you guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. This was just a quick video to show you guys the makeup products that I use on a day-to-day basis. If you have any questions on anything, feel free to leave that down below. This video will be going up, followed by the video of me demonstrating all this makeup on my face. And after you watch that or this, if you have any questions, anything you guys would like to see, feel free to leave that down below and let me know. I don't think I have anything else to say, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe if you would like to be a part of my channel. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!